bang Niner gang. Bang bang Niner gang. Bang bang Niner gang. Bang bang Niner gang. Bang bang Niner gang.
Bam, bam,
Bang bang Niner
bam.
gang. Against all odds, weather the storm, built for combat.
Welcome back.
Uniform. We play no games with the opposition. We active, let the whistle be the bill.
Thought I'd be a little lady today.
Many have tried, but many have failed.
All right. Welcome back.
Bang
bang Niner gang. Welcome back to another episode of the 49 Show. The 49 Show. The 49 Show. And we're back. I'm back, better than ever, baby. And I'm here to give you good news. The good news is San Francisco 49ers, Jay York still doing his thing, keeping everybody happy. He just gave John Lynch an extension. That extension is pretty good because it's a 5-year extension, and that 5-year extension is going to take John Lynch into the 2024 season. Through the 2024 season, he will be our general manager. Now, Shanahan got a 6-year contract. They threw away the other, and they redid a whole new 6-year contract, and that takes him to the 2025 season, through the 2025 season. And this one here with John Lynch, they give him a 5-year extension. He had 3 years left on his last contract, so they pretty much just throw this one away, the old one away, and he does a new 5-year contract, but they still say extend. So anyway, Lynch will be our general manager through 2024. Shanahan will be our head coach through 2025. That's good news. That's what more could you ask for? We've got our guys locked in at head coach and general manager. Now, I'm sure at some point there will be another contract before those 4 or 5 years are up. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that they'll just, unless things get bad, things get ugly, some distrust goes on between the two, I really don't think that they'll just let that contract play through. I mean, we went to the Super Bowl, and bam, we see what happened. They extended both. Jay York extended both of his guys in the same offseason. And this is very good. This is saying a lot. And it's really just saying, to be honest with you, this is the thing, what it's really doing. It has really just shown how much growth Jay York has had in the past 3 years after signing Shanahan, and then Shanahan saying, what about this guy? And then he signs John Lynch. It just really shows the growth. And I know this is about John Lynch, and I'm sure we're all glad that John Lynch is extended and he will be there for another 5 seasons. That's all fine and dandy. But to anybody who doesn't care for Jay York, those days have passed. I think that he has really matured. I think that he finally gets what he doesn't get, what he doesn't know. And that's bring in people that can do what he can't do. He realized, hey, I can't beat Jerry Jones my entire career at this. This is not going to work. And he's no longer playing the Jerry Jones role where he has to control everything. He thinks he knows everything. And now he finally got the right group of people, the right group of men, and they've done a solid job. Now, there's some drafts in the beginning that we can all scratch our heads and say, Lynch, you messed up with that pick. But the worst draft was the first draft, and that was 2017. They have really stepped it up. They came a long way. They've been aggressive at times. What's the word that he likes to use? I can't even think of the word that he uses a lot, John Lynch, but they do their due diligence on any player that's available and things like that. So a really good look. Now, I know this isn't what we want to hear just right now. It's good to hear, but I know you're waiting for that breaking news where it says George Kittle is extended. He's a 49er for life, or he's a 49er for at least the next 5 to 6 years. That's something that we're still waiting on, and we hadn't got that just yet. But John Lynch is extended. And let me throw this scenario at you right here. Here's a little quick analysis I want to give you. Maybe there's a reason as well why Jay York thought that he needed to extend Shanahan and Lynch in this offseason, not just because of the Super Bowl appearance. Getting John Lynch extended right now, it's almost like that was something that Kittle wanted to see. He wants, sometimes players like to make sure, hey, is this coach still going to be here by this time if I sign a contract this large for this long term? Is the general manager still going to be here by the time my contract is up? You know, a lot of things to look at. He may want to test free agency, test the free agent waters if he feels like Lynch is not going to be here long, or he's hearing whispers that Shanahan wants him out, or Shanahan's not going to be here. It's just good. It's good to know that he has his head coach and his general manager locked in for the next 5 and 6 years. Now, this could probably make the contract easier to get done. He'll probably, if he was asking for 20, and now we've heard 15, and we're also heard that he could probably get 13 million per, and that'll be the deal. He'll probably go and settle with that 13 per instead of, you know, just trying to get wide receiver money like we heard, you know, weeks and a month ago or so. Maybe he takes that 13 million per now as soon as the 49ers find a way to get it done. Now, there has been talks in the past few days. We heard about the Lynch talk, and Lynch also came out and said a few days ago, as he talked about his contract, his negotiations with J.A. York, and he said J.A. York was a man of his word. He said that he would do this, and he done it. He said that they are in negotiations with George Kittle right now as we speak about his contract. So you hope that they can get this done. My only thing is this. I've been saying for a while, don't know how that's going to get done until they move someone or some players. Some contracts has to get moved. There has to be a few more restructures on contracts. There has to be some pay cuts. And that's the difference between restructuring and pay cuts. Or somebody has to get traded, released, or something. I don't know. As of right now, they don't have the money. What's up, Roberto? Niner Empire? Fuck yeah, he got his extension. Let's go. We want to run it back. We're going to run it back. 2020 Super Bowl 55. I think we're going to do that, Roberto. I really do. And everything, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's pretty much what we've been doing here. Buckner, he had to go. We couldn't afford to pay him. They did right by him, though. And they sent him to the Colts. But they got a first-round pick out of it, and they replaced him immediately with Javon Kinlaw. They were aggressive to go for Emmanuel Sanders. We didn't win the whole thing, but we got there. It was a gamble. It was a one-year rental, turned out to be, because of the lack of cap space. So he went on. He moved on in free agency, but we replaced him in the draft. We replaced him immediately with Brandon Ayuk, wide receiver. So we replaced everybody. And Joe Staley retired. They knew it was going to happen. Hey, let's see, can we work this trade with Trent Williams before you say anything? They got their man. It worked out. They replaced everybody, whether you think that it was an upgrade or a downgrade or just even keel. We replaced everybody, and we kept the people that we thought needed to stay. A lot of people could have said, a lot of people thought the Shanahan was going to be like, hey, screw Mostert. My running game, my system, it works. I can throw anybody in here. Then they'll do exactly what you did. They like Raheem Mostert, obviously. They gave him a little bit more money. As I said a few days ago when I made the video on Monday, they gave him a little something else, $300K, $250K signing bonus, some incentives or whatever that he can get, where he can make up to another $2.75 million on top of the $2.57 million. So they satisfied him to the best of their abilities. They like Mostert. They kept him. So we got the same running game, same O-line, minus Joe Staley, but an upgrade to me with Trent Williams. You know, Kinlaw's a rookie, but we still replaced Buckner with him. Brandon Ayuk, no, he's not Emmanuel Sanders, but he's a rookie. He's young. He's fresh. Emmanuel Sanders didn't have that much time on his side, let's be honest. So it is what it is. You know, we gave up a third and a fifth for Emmanuel. It's not like we gave up 2 firsts and a fourth like the Seahawks did for Jamal Adams for a safety. If we can get Kittle re-signed, we're good. And I just wanted to throw that at you because that could be a reason why they rushed and got Lynch re-signed, extended as well, because Kittle may need to see this so he can know I'm comfortable now being here for another 5-6 years tops or at the minimum, because we have a team that is solidified. This team is locked in. Everybody's locked in with the coaching staff and whatnot, and maybe everything will go as planned. Now, Kittle getting signed again, contracts are going to have to get moved for it to happen, but it definitely sounds like it's coming close to happening. I don't know exactly what their moves are going to be or what they're planning on doing in order to make this happen, but it can happen. So John Lynch, again, extended through 2024. Shanahan, we know he got extended a month or so ago. He's extended through 2025. It's been a real good, it's been a real good chemistry with those two. Jed York again, I gotta give him an applaud because he doesn't seem to be that egotistical guy anymore. We don't see him anymore. We don't hear from him anymore. Everything that Shanahan said he needed and wanted before he would take this job, John Lynch, Jed York has done so. He's been quiet. There's no more leaks. There's no nothing. Everything is good, and it's just so much different from when Harbaugh was there. And again, I heard the stories that Harbaugh was a pain in the ass. I heard it. I know he was difficult and all of that, but Harbaugh was winning. Trent Baalke really didn't have a lot to do with that because he wasn't making good picks, and we saw that down the road. He picked the wrong guy. He picked Baalke over Harbaugh. It went down in flames after that. So it's just good to see Jed York show maturity and growth, and how he's just standing back to the side and he's just letting Shanahan and Lynch have this, and they're doing a damn good job. I think we run it back. We're going to run it back, and I think this time we get the job done if we have a season, and I hope we do. Something else I wanted to ask you all, if we do go to the Super Bowl and win, do you think they're going to put an asterisk by the 49ers 2020 Super Bowl 55 champs? And if they do, even though they shouldn't, but if they do, would you accept it? Would you still talk? Would you still brag? Do we lose bragging rights if we win when all these players are opting out? What's up, Go Niners? I heard about that just probably about a half an hour ago. I heard about Damian Williams opting out. That is kind of bad news for Kansas City, but I don't know, Go Niners. You might have forgot they drafted this young stud rookie out of LSU named Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or whatever his name is. That's a bad little dude, man. Now, don't get me wrong. He may not be ready to go for 25 carries a game out the gate, compared to if he was splitting carries with Damian Williams. But that is a tough little cookie right there. He kind of looks like Maurice Jones-Drew, but shorter like Darren Sproles. But he can just he's just a dangerous dude. And when I saw him against Alabama, that's when I was just like, whoa, this dude is the real deal. And when Andy Reid would get his funky ass, and he did. But yeah, but I'm glad Damian Williams did opt out. That's good for us, because I'm still thinking Niners Chiefs rematch. I'm still thinking that it could be the same two teams in the Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 55. I really do. Just a different outcome this time. We were this close. We were this close. So that's pretty much all I got for right now. I need to try to make a video on some players and show some game film on some of the guys on the defense. I want to go over Javon Kinlaw from his college film. I want to show you some things that I've noticed with Emmanuel Mosley at corner. Emmanuel Mosley signed his tender also on yesterday. So that's good news, man. We're not replacing really. We're just doing what it takes to keep them for another year. And we only replaced the people that we had to replace. Some more interesting news yesterday. It's kind of bad news for us somewhat. All the 49er fans who were thinking and hoping, I was one of them as well, that we would get the Bosa brothers playing together for the 49ers. Joey Bosa saying about a year ago, last season, he would love to play with his brother. Well, that's not going to happen, at least not for the next 4 or 5 years, because Joey Bosa just got paid. He just got a 5-year, $135 million deal. $102 million is guaranteed, and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He is going to be a LA Charger for a long time. But, this was something that we were thinking, hey, free agency is coming up. But if we could do it, we'll take Joey Bosa over D Ford any day, because he will be on the field more than D Ford will. But that's not going to happen. That's down the drains. So that's pretty much the biggest information that I had for you as far as Lynch getting extended. There's other good news. Hey, nobody has opted out for the 49ers yet, and a lot of players started to do that yesterday. The Patriots has lost about 6 players, I think, that have opted out, and they are key players like Patrick Chung, Dante Hightower. They've got some key players that are not playing this year. Damian Williams for the Chiefs as well. But so far, the Niners, nobody has opted out. Somebody tweeted that yesterday, and Kendrick Bourne, who's always on Twitter, he did like a little clap, and his running back emoji thing that he's been doing all season, he's ready to go. I need to see him have a 60 catch season for a change. Forget the 30 and the 40 catches. It's time for you to get in the 60s. And I don't want to overdo it by saying 70, 75 catches. I mean, we know Kittle will be out there. Debo's coming back. But I would like to see him get somewhere around 60 catches because he's been talking. I've seen the workouts. I just hope it all comes together on the field. So, again, no player has opted out. No player has tested for COVID. I mean, Richie James is on the list, but they don't say they didn't say that he has it. So that's pretty much it. Let me see if there's anything else I can find out about this contract. It's pretty much what I told you, 5-year contract. It ties him to San Francisco through the 2024 season. So that's pretty much it. It's going to be a good season, I believe, if we have one. Thank you for watching. I'm coming back with some film that I want to put on display for you all, and I'm going to try to get that together within the next day or two. But bang, bang, Niner gang. Red and gold till I'm dead and cold. Thank you for watching. It's the 4-9 Show. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about on another video, please feel free to put it in the comments, and I definitely will try my best to get that out for you. It's the 4-9 Show with your boy K.O.D.S. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will be back with some film, with some game film coming up. As always, Lynch, he's back. He's here, locked in. Lynch, Shanahan, 2024. It's a lot of things we can do in the next 5-6 seasons, man. I mean, we could have 2 or 3 Super Bowls in that time, and we'll do it quietly because we're some silent assassins. We're not doing all that talking like Tyreek Hill and, Frank Clark and all these guys, what's his name, Chris Jones are doing in Kansas City. I don't even know how they was able to pay Mahomes and Chris Jones. Somebody's cheating or something with the salary cap. But they're running their mouth about 5, 6, 7 Super Bowls. We chasing Jordan. How the hell are you going to be chasing Jordan with just one damn Super Bowl? Could they be a dynasty? Yes. But all I got to say is like Luda said, move, bitch, get out the way. Because it's going to be hard to be a dynasty when you got to see us. They're going to have to beat us every single time because we will be there. Again, thanks for watching the 4-9 Show. The 4-9 Show. The 4-9 Show. Red and gold till I'm dead and cold. Be back. Peace and love. The 4-9 Show. The 4-9 Show.